Now then, welcome back to another van build. Right, today we're going to be, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be doing the seats for the van, right? So let me show you. Right, zoom out. There's the mattress. I've just took it out of the wrapper. There's all the wrapper. There's the wood that I've cut out. This one's for the backs. Obviously, I didn't open the foam for the backs, but that one there is for the seating area, for the base. That's for the back, yeah. So let's get this out of here and get it cut to size, eh? Right, there's the board on it. So that's what I'm going to cut it out. So I've done it a little bit overlapping this side, so I'll just cut it straight to the edge of the wood. Right then, there's the foam cut out. Obviously that's the front, that's the back, the base. What, you're never going to see that. So it's memory foam, yeah. There's a bit what's left. Let's crack on and make some seats there. I'll show you the material 1 minute. So there's the material. Basically, it's just a throw, 200 by 200, 30 quid, cheaper than some material in it, and it's quite good quality. I mean, you know, when you put a throw on a settee, they last for years, don't they? So yeah, let's crack on and get some material cut up. Right, there's the foam on the board and the material laid out. Let's crack on. Right, so that's all stapled, look. Got staples all along it. Perfect. What more could you ask for? Let's crack on with the next one. Right, here's the next seat. There's that one done. And there's 2 cushions done. Spot on, eh? Let's get the backs done, eh? Right then, as always, forgot to start recording. So I've already started. Right. So, this is for the back seat in the van. I'll put these on the floor because I was cutting the foam. But that's the back seat. You know, is the cushion for the back. Obviously, I ain't finished cutting them yet. I'm going to cut the ends off. And then obviously, I've got the material which is down there. So let's crack on and get these together, eh? Right then, there's all the foam cut out. And there's the backs ready to start. So let's get some material on it and I'll show you unfinished. But they're not going to be completely finished because I need to figure out somewhere what can make the buttons, because I want some buttons in it, because obviously I'm going to pull the button to a side so I can screw through that, so screw the back cushion to the backboard, you know. So because obviously I don't want big dirty screws looking at you, you know, while you sat there. I want it to be all nice and neat, so you know they just look like they sat there. But so anyhow, so let's get some material on these. Right then, there's the backs made. You see how I've just stapled them on, and that's the cushion. Perfect, eh? What a job, well done. Now all I've got to do is find somewhere what can make some buttons, because like the machine to make the buttons is about 60-70 quid, and I don't really want to pay that much to make some bloody buttons. I only need to make, what, 12 buttons. A bit expensive, isn't it? So I need to find out where I can make some buttons. So if you've got this far in the video and you know where where I can go in Hull to make some buttons, send us a message. Now then, this is a carry-on video from the last video that you watched, making the cushions. We never finished the backs off, so we was getting some buttons made. So let me show you what I've been doing. Right then, so I've drilled all the holes where I'm going to put the obviously the string through. So I've got a needle, so I need to thread the string through the needle and push that through there, and then get the buttons on the other side, pull them nice and tight. Well, not too tight. Let's crack on, eh? Right then, that's the back, and this is the front. All finished. That one's not done yet though. Look at that. That's going to look real nice on the van. Let's crack on with the other one. Right, so there's all the buttons on, but they're not pushed through tight just yet. They're all the strings are loose, so I need to tighten all them and use the stapler to fix them into place. So let's crack on with that. So there's it all pinned into place and tied. Perfect. And there's the other one. Perfect job. There's them both together. Next time you see these, they'll be in the van. Right then, we're back in the van. Right, we're going to get these cushions fitted today with the backs. Let me show you what I've been doing. So, let's zoom out. There's the cushions. And there's my seating area. So the cushions are going to go on these back walls. So let's figure out how we're going to do it. They're just going to be screwed on, but I've got to tuck it into the corners, pull the material back and then screw it in there. So obviously you can't see the screws, and I don't want to be screwing through any of the material and the foam. So it's just going to be like push the material back in the corners. Let's crack on and get these done. I know I've said it many times before, but I do amaze myself. What an absolute beautiful job. Amazing. Check this out. Look at that. Just look at that. Absolutely brilliant. So comfy. Well impressed. Nice little seating area. I mean, if you wanted to, you could fit two of you on the side of here, no problem. On this back wall, I'm going to have a little dinner table. So you lift it up. It'll be on like two locking hinges, so the table will fall down, and then you just lift it up and it locks into place. I'm not going to do like a massive table because obviously I don't want it too heavy and I don't want too much pressure putting on the hinges, but I'm going to put some sort of back plate on the board so I can get a good fix into it. So yeah, I think that is going to be my next job, because this seating area, the wallpapering is absolutely amazing. I'm well happy with it. Yeah, let's show you, give you another look. Well happy. It's so cozy in this van. It's unbelievable. Let's give you a little look around. Still got to make all the cupboard doors, all the drawer fronts. That's my kitchen area, my toilet, shower. There's my bed in here. You can't see, it's real dark. There's my TV, my ladders, everything. There's my little cupboard. It's just full of my little bits and bobs at the minute. That's going to be for our clothes. Batteries in here. Obviously, I need to put a handle on here. That's quite a tight drawer to open. It's a big drawer. Look at that. What more could you ask for? Look at the windows. Fly net, so when you open the window, there's no flies coming. These are all the same. You know, they do separate. That one's the same. Job well done so far. Let's crack on with the next job. Possibly that table, but I don't need to go to the wood shop and measure all my doors, drawer fronts, everything. Get the wood cut out for that, but let's see what the next job is, eh? See you next. Right then, I've had to put on hold the making the table because I've ordered some vinyl to go on the top, the tabletop. Obviously I've ordered the hinges and what have you. I've ordered some edging strip as well, some light rubber edging strip. So that's already come. So just waiting for the vinyl. So what I've done is I've gone out, I've measured up in the van. I've gone out, got all the doors and the cupboards and the drawers and everything. Everything's all cut out. So I'm ready to paint. So yeah, let me show you what I'm doing. So there's some of them. So we've got these all laid out. So yeah, cracking on with these. So let's crack on with some painting, eh? Right, here's my bit of wood for my table. Obviously, as always, I say it every time. I forgot to start recording. But anyhow, I've sanded it all down with a sander, and I've obviously got the jigsaw and rounded the edges off. Yep, so this is obviously the outside edge. This edge is going to have the hinges on. So, and I'll explain to you if you don't know what I mean. But this is going to fall down. I've already bought the hinges off eBay, and just waiting for them to come. This is my other job that I've been doing. So I had, obviously that was all joined together. So it's a piece of alloy, and I've cut this bit out and I've sanded this side down. Obviously the other side's covered in the blue plastic to protect it. Obviously this side I've sanded it down because I'm going to put some silicone mastic or whatever on there. That's going to go at the side of the cooker. So obviously if you remember at the side of the cooker, it's plastic, just plastic panels, so that's going to go there to protect the plastic panel. So another little job done. I'll get that in the van and glue that on. I'll show you that done as well. So we'll crack on with the table now. Right, got all this cut out and painted up, then realised that I'd done it wrong. So I was thinking that was going to go to the wall and this was the end. Nope. Wrong. The longer side goes to the wall. The shorter side, you know, well, it goes this way anyhow. I'm getting all my words muggled up. Yeah, so it's meant to go that way, not that way. So what I'm gonna have to do Just turn it over, and I've drawn out. I'm going to have to recut it because this is actually the face. I've got some plastic, some thin plastic to put on the top of there, and then I'll use the router to router the edges off so it fits flush. So yeah, got to cut these out, obviously sand it down and repaint the other side. So let's crack on with this. Right, done. All the edges, they're all rounded off now. Perfect. The vinyl still hasn't come for the table for the van, so I've just been cracking on with a few other little jobs. Let me just show you what I've got done. So I've been cracking on painting all the cupboard doors and what have you. So that's all them there. I got a washing line full of handles. So I just need to get all them painted. Probably wondering why I don't leave them silver. Well, I left some of them outside in the rain and they went rusty, so I had to sand them down. So I thought, right, I'll sand them all down, paint them all. So let's get a bit of paint on these, crack on, I'll show you what I've been doing. Right, so we've got a coat of etch primer on. These, there we go. So they're all etch primed. It started to spit. Oh my god. Let's get a coat of gloss black on them, eh? Right, there's the gloss black I've been using, and that's the etch primer. I've had to move them from the washing line to under here. So I've given them a coat of gloss black. Yep, that's all the shit on top of the hot tub what I need to get rid of. Looks a mess. But yeah, there's me painting washing line. Good job, eh? Oh, I had to move them because it started raining.